Hi, Darren Hall here from tradingthehorses.com. Just a brief video to follow up on one which you posted on social media earlier today from Tony Hargreaves, the Badger. An older video, but one which we think is still very relevant for today. And just concerned one tick scalping and how really you can just sort of pick any horse within the race or several horses within the race, just concentrate on them, build up some profit on those. And decide then what you want to do with it, whether you want to take it in play, hedge it out, but it doesn't really matter too much which particular runner you actually look at, providing you get your entry and exit point correct. So you can see here we've got a race coming up in the next 5 minutes, 3 mile novice handicap chase at Carlisle. So what we're going to do is load this into the ladder, and if we just look here, we're only going to look at the prices. We're going to look at the top 4 for this particular race. So we're going to try and build some green up on each of those runners and then let that go off in play. And we can see here we've got a tick off set to 1, and we're just going to go for small £15 liabilities for the purposes of this video. So what we're going to do is just look to take a 1 tick on each of these runners, and if time permits we'll go around and actually do it again. But it doesn't matter too much which ones we actually pick on, providing that we actually take our position at the right time and obviously exit out of it. So what we'll see is the software, when we get a bet match, will automatically fire in a bet in the opposite direction. So it's just a case of us trying to find our opportunity to get in. I've been a little bit slow on this one. Price has already gone up the other way. And I think also on this first horse here as well, just a little bit slow for mark. That's just me too busy talking and missing the opportunity. But we'll keep that in there because we've got quite a good cue position there. So hopefully, if it touches our price, we can get straight back in the other way. Okay, so we're looking. So again, we're not concentrating on one particular runner here. We're just looking for an opportunity to get in. So this one has. We got the direction right, but it just actually went the wrong way against us. We just missed the opportunity. Too busy talking, I think. Okay, so just see if we can jump on this one here. Okay, so there we go. We've got our first match. So that's £3 there on Celtic Tune. Okay, so again. Doesn't matter too much which runners we actually pick on. Very quick one there. Obviously, because we're laying for a fixed liability, much smaller amount, but that's just 56p there on that runner. Okay, the favourite, is it still the favourite? Yeah, that price looks like it's coming down, so we've backed it there 5.4. We're trying to lay it at 5.3. So there we've got 1 tick for £1.50. So the only one we've not got any profit on is this Major Ridge. It looks like its price is going out, but we don't want to get stuck in that 400 there. That's starting to go. So, but again, very small stakes here because we're going to a fixed liability. But like I say, just for the actual purposes of this video, still got 2 minutes to run, so we may be able to cycle around these again. Just a bit slow there on that one. This is coming towards the bottom of its range, so this could be a laying opportunity. But this is just very much because we've got the because of the way we've got it set up, that we can only we're only going to get very small amounts traded here because we're trading to a fixed liability rather than a fixed stake. But again, just as I say, just for the purposes of the video here. So we've got another one match there. Still got over a minute to go, so we might be able to get another one in here. Bit slow for mark there, I think. Got matched very quick. So again, it's just a case, we're just looking for entry opportunities, but so easy on the ladder because all we can do is follow this along. We're not looking for any particular sort of trends or anything. We might just be looking for a horse coming towards the bottom of its range. And again, it's just a case of finding an entry point and jumping on it when we actually get the chance. So this one looks like it could be going out, but again, what we're obviously conscious of as well is not getting stuck behind lots of money in the queue. Now we're going to get a bit more fast and furious now, just purely because we're getting a lot closer to the off. So it's usually when you need to be a little bit more careful. But you can see here we do miss the opportunities where they just drop down and disappear very, very quickly. So so again, ignore the sort of physical amounts if you like. This is more the theory of the sort of backing and laying principle. But as I say, we're not taking a view on any of these individual horses. We're just purely looking for an opportunity. Okay, so we're coming up to 10 seconds before the race. So if we actually flip across onto the grid interface there, you can see each of our runners. So we've got mixed results because we were, like I say, going for a fixed liability at different odds. But basically what I'm saying is we could hedge out now for £1.13 profit. These are the individual profits on those runners. We're obviously not done anything with these, so these are no loss. So effectively we've got a free bet on each of these. So as it goes on play, we could keep an eye on this figure here and hedge out when it gets to a certain amount. I mean, again, for the purposes of this video, it doesn't make any difference because we're dealing with such small amounts. But again, you can see with horse racing, very scalable because of the amount to get matched in the market. But just an example there of, you know, you can pick sort of any horse. It's just all about getting the entry point correct, and the software will manage your exit point anyway. I mean, you can even set this up with things like stop losses as well and things like that if you think the position may run away with you if you're, you know, having trouble concentrating on several different horses at once. But it's just a case, get one done, that gets matched, pick another one, another opportunity. You know, it's not just about saying we're going to focus on one particular horse to actually trade. So yeah, so what we'll do is let this run. I mean, hopefully Celtic Tune will win and we get a little bit more for our money. But as I say, if you've not seen a previous video, then that's on our Facebook and Twitter site as well, but I'll retweet that later on. And yeah, any questions, drop us a line, info@tradingthehorses.com, or I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.